What time is it? It's time for Beavers baseball. The new home for the Beavers, Stones Radio Network, proudly presents ARC Baseball.
The 1-1 is hit sharply down to third. Ochoa on a big hop, takes his time, gets it across the diamond, and gets Harry Owen by a step. Nice play by Nick Ochoa.
It's that time again. The crack of the bat, the sound of gloves popping, the smell of freshly cut grass, and the roar of the crowd. So are you ready? Because it's time for Beavers baseball.
Line drive, right field. It's down in front of the right fielder out there, or for a base hit. So second hit of the game for the Beavers is a line drive by Michael Grijalva.
Now let's send it back to the booth in Phantom to get you ready for today's action right here on Stones Radio Networks.
Well, hello and welcome to Beaver Field for another exciting afternoon of American River College baseball. Along with my broadcast partner, Stones McCoy, I am Mark the Phantom Lowe, and today we bring you a Big 8 conference game that has already started. Let me explain. Originally scheduled for over 3 weeks ago, it was rescheduled after a half inning due to a security alert, and then they tried it again, but after about 2.5 innings, they called it again due to weather, which means that today the Beavers are hosting the Big 8's third-place team, the Santa Rosa Bear Cubs, in the finale of a 3-game series, which begins in the bottom of the third inning. Strange, I know, but we'll catch you up with the current lineups, and we'll explain it all as we go, which we'll do right after this break on the Stones Radio Networks.
Back with your play-by-play is Phantom right here on Stones Radio Networks.
And welcome back to the bottom of the third inning here at Beaver Field. Yes, it is the bottom of the third of the resumed game between Santa Rosa and your American River College Beavers. Nick Ochoa will be out at second base. At least that's the information we were given about this very mysterious game, which has suddenly sprung into action here. Right in the middle of it, Blake Uyama is the hitter for the Beavers. The throw goes down to second, which you don't usually see with 2 outs and a runner at second. But, you know, these are strange times, and that's what we're going to do. Sean Flowers is the pitcher for Santa Rosa. Sean is 0-0 on the season. This is it's not a start. It's sort of a start. He started one game. This is his 9th appearance, 1.32 ERA. Blake Uyama coming to the plate. He was actually not in the original game. That was Marcellus Flannery. But Marcellus is out today, and Blake Uyama takes over. Nick Ochoa out at second base. We have no score, and we are in the bottom of the third with 2 outs here from Beaver Field. And Flowers, the right-hander, looks back at second. The pitch on the way. It is outside for a ball. Uyama hitting at 286, a home run and 16 runs batted in for Blake, who comes to us a sophomore out of Kennedy High School. From the left side, he's up against the right-hander, Sean Flowers. Jack Gallagher behind the plate for Santa Rosa. And the 1-0 coming up from Flowers. Looks back at second. Here it is. Hit sharply to the left to second base. Into right field for a base hit. Coming around third. Here comes Ochoa. The throw to the plate. He is going to get down. He is in there for the first run of the ball game. Blake Uyama with a base hit to right field to score the run. And the Beavers lead this one 1-0. Uyama looked like he was running very slowly down to first base. I hope he is okay. He was taking it easy, but he put it right to the left to second baseman Alec Dezad, and gave the Beavers the lead. They lead at 1-0. Here is Alejandro Bello, who grounded out to shortstop in the first inning of this game back on, I believe, March the 26th. So he is 0 for 1 over a period of 3 weeks, which is average now is .313 for Alejandro. Here's the pitch. And then dirt blocked by Gallagher. So 1 ball and no strikes, Alejandro out of Vanden High School. So starting up right here in a game which, as we'll detail as we go along, very critical to Santa Rosa in the Big 8 conference play. They are right now 10-7 and sitting in third place. American River looking for their second conference win. They've got a runner down at first. That's Yuyama. The 1-0 coming to Alejandro Bello inside for a ball, 2-0. So that run is charged to whoever was pitching 3 weeks ago. And we will detail it's not often you come to a game to broadcast it and have no idea what inning it is, because that's what happened to us today. We will explain as we go on. Here's the 2-0 pitch inside, ball 3. 3-0 on Bello. That's Bryce Seidler over there on deck. Bello looks down to the third base coach, goes through the gyrations. Yuyama over at first base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And no, it's not a time machine. That's where we started. Here's the pitch, 3-0, and it's down the middle for a strike, 3-1. On the Facebook, on the YouTubes, on the Mixler, that's where you find Stones Radio Networks. That's where you find American River College Baseball. And right now, that's where you find a 3-1 count on Bello. Wide open stance from the right side. The next pitch is on the outside corner, according to the umpire, which makes it 3-2. That was the strike zone 3 weeks ago. That is not the strike zone in baseball anymore. But unfortunately, they have to go by the 3 weeks ago zone. 3-2 coming up from Flowers. The runner goes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed inside fastball. So 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left. At the end of 3, it's the Beavers 1, the Bear Cubs nothing.
Now back to the booth right here on Stones Radio Networks.
Top of the 4th inning, Colton Lamanto, then Max Handren, and Connor Sharpiet, the first 3 hitters for Santa Rosa against Wyatt Winalski. The left-hander is out there, 0-5 on the season, trying to get a victory today, so not technically a start for Wyatt. He's out of San Juan High School, 6 foot, 185. He'll face Lamanto, then Handren, and Sharpiet as Santa Rosa comes up here in the top of the 4th. Defensively, let's set the Beavers for you. Winalski on the mound. Drake Rossi behind the plate at third. Blake Yuyama. Nick Ochoa is at short. Alejandro Bello at second. And Bryce Seidler at first. Josiah Taylor is in right. Trevor Crockett in center field. And Michael Grijalva out there in left field. That is your lineup for the Beavers. Again, Winalski on the mound and Rossi behind the plate. Here's Lamanto, who's hitting at .288 this year. 1 home run and 18 runs batted in for Colton. Comes to us out of Annalee High in Sebastopol. Here's the first pitch. Hit sharply down the third base line, but foul. 0-1 to Colton Lamanto. He is a sophomore. Up here against Winalski. Top of the 4th. Beavers ahead 1-0. Next pitch by Winalski. Check swing. Didn't check it well enough. He is behind the count. 0-2 to Lamanto. Santa Rosa, as we mentioned, 10-7 on the season. They have this game and then 2 more series to go. They sit in third place. 0-2 is in the dirt. Talking to Coach Jay today, the top 2 teams in the conference at the end of the regular season are automatically into the NorCal playoffs. And then there are 6 at-large teams in Northern California that will move on to the playoffs as well. Here's the 1-2. It's fouled back to the screen. And those spots are determined on strength of schedule, overall record, things like that, and also conference finish. So if you don't finish in the top 2, then you got to scramble your way to get in that playoff. And with the depth of the Big 8 conference, that top 2 is right now Folsom Lake and San Joaquin Delta. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2. But Santa Rosa finishes up the season with San Joaquin Delta, and they are, if they win this game, 2 games behind the Mustangs in the standings. So obviously their fate could be in their hands as they go into that last series of the season. So this one, a huge one they have to grab to get to 11-7. 2-2 pitch from Winalski, hit high in the air, left center field. Going back is Trockett. He's still going back. That one's hit well. It is out of here. A home run for Colton Lamanto, and that ties the ball game at 1. His second home run of the season. The right-handed hitter just put that one out in left center. And reminder, left center right between 370 and 390 out there. So he put a poke in that one, and he tied the game 1-1 for the Bear Cubs. And maybe I shouldn't have stressed how important this game was, because I think he heard it and goes, well, I got to do something right now and even this thing up. So got ahead of him 0-2, but he fights back and hits the ball out of the park. Only the second home run we witnessed this season, both by Bear Cubs from Santa Rosa. Jack Gallagher had the other one. Here's the next pitch to, her first pitch to Max Handren, who takes a strike. Max did not play in the earlier series. I believe he's just coming back for some injury. He's hitting .297. Comes out of Sonoma Valley High School in Sonoma, California. Next pitch looked like it was a strike, but the umpire disagrees with me. 1-1. Max home run 20 batted in and a .297 average. He's from the left side, playing shortstop today for the Bear Cubs. Winalski from the windup. Breaking balls hit out of play to our left. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Connor Sharpiet is on deck. Then Andrew Lombardi will get to bat in this inning for the Bear Cubs. Here's the pitch on the way. Hit high in the air, left field. Grijalva comes in. Grijalva's still coming in. And the dive out there by Grijalva. Did he get it? And we think he did, and he is called out. Good play by Michael Grijalva. Came all the way in. Going out was Ochoa. But Grijalva comes in, makes the diving catch, holds it up for the umpire, who hustles his way out there and calls him out. So good play out in left field by Michael Grijalva for the first out. Brings up Connor Sharpiet, the first baseman today. Right-handed hitter up here against Wyatt Winalski. First pitch is in the dirt for a ball. Trying to find Connor over here in the lineup, see where he's from, but they don't want to tell me. So there, that's okay. That's all right. I can deal with that. I will tell you that he is hitting a robust .514 on the season. And I saw that number, had to look it up. I thought, man, maybe he's 5 for 9 or something. No, he's 36 for 70. So Connor has been hitting the ball at a fine clip so far for the Bear Cubs. 1 ball, 1 strike to him right now. Hit it high in the air, left field, left center field. That one is deep again. Going back is Crockett. He's not going to get up to it. That ball is out of here. Another home run for the Bear Cubs, and they have taken a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 4th. So, Jarvis, that's his 4th home run of the season. He has 29 runs batted in now, as that one was about the same place that Lamanto hit his. And it is quickly 2-1 in favor of the Bear Cubs, and Andrew Lombardi coming to the plate. Now, there's not as much, this is not to take away from the hits at all, but there's not as much breeze today as we've seen in the rest of the games. And what seems to be blowing out a little bit, but both of those balls were hit very, very well. First pitch is a strike on the way to Lombardi, who's hitting .262 with 10 runs batted in. He's out of Cardinal Newman High School in Santa Rosa. It's a freshman. That's outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. 1 out here in the 4th. 2-1 in favor of Santa Rosa. The left-hander Wyatt Winalski on the mound. Lombardi fouls that one back to the screen. So we go to 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Andrew Lombardi. Alex Dezad is on deck, the second baseman. 1 out here in the 4th. Tough week for both teams. Well, both teams with a 3-game series starting tomorrow, a conference series. Check swing, it's high for a ball. San Joaquin Delta for American River. I believe it's Cosumnes River College for Santa Rosa. So 4 games this week thins out the pitching staff. Here's the pitch. It is down low. No. Call strike 3. The umpire rocked back and did his karate move to punch him out, but did it so that nobody could see it. But it is call strike 3 on Lombardi. Winalski doesn't care about how he did it. He just matters that it was done. So 2 outs, and here's Alex Dezad. Alex hitting at .263.
Second baseman Alex Dezad.
Hitting at .263. First pitch is inside. Did it hit him? Yes, it did. He's going to go down to first base, hit him on the foot. So he is at first base with 2 outs. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Bryce Cannon. So it is Cosumnes River and then San Joaquin Delta for Santa Rosa. So as we mentioned, this is a key one to get them off into an 11-7 record before those 2 series. And Cosumnes River is coming up fast. We'll go over the standings a little bit in the bottom of the inning. So here's Cannon. Left-handed hitter against the left-hander Winalski. Bryce out of Murillo Carrillo High School in Santa Rosa. Winalski to the plate. It is outside for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Over at first base is Dezad. He's hit by a pitch. Fastball right down the middle for a strike. Evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike on Cannon. Top of the order, which is Ty Blakely. He is on deck. Ty out in left field today. 1-1 coming up. Outside, nice block by Drake Rossi. Saved 90 feet for the base runner. So it is 2 balls and 1 strike. Bottom of the 4th, resumed game. Top of the 4th, resumed game. It resumed in the bottom of the 3rd. The Beavers scored 1, and now 2 home runs in the top of the inning as the Cubs have taken the lead. There's a fastball that's in there for a strike. Cannon up here against Winalski. Wyatt takes a look over at first base. 2-2 pitch. Here's the delivery of the plate. Swung and fouled right back at us. We did not even flinch. Actually, foul balls don't scare us. Stones and I have discovered through pregame conversation that we are both not going to go bungee jumping. That's what. As long as we have to go bungee jumping from back here, I think we're okay. Bungee jumping is not going to work for us. Just not going to fit into my schedule at this time. Look over at first base. That's Dezad leading off a short lead. Here's Winalski. In the dirt, gets away from Rossi. That's a wild pitch, and Dezad's going to go down to second base. So he's in scoring position. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Bryce Cannon. Left-hander Winalski. Looks in to get the sign from Rossi. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Gets away from Rossi. He's going to have to chase it down and gun it down to first, and he gets him by a step. Good play, Drake Rossi, for the strikeout. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 left. At the end of 3.5, it's Santa Rosa 2, American River 1.
Now back to the action right here on Stones Radio Networks.
Bottom of the fourth, Bryce Seidler will lead us off. Michael Grijalva is next, and then Wyatt Winalski, the first three, against Sean Flowers, who now has himself a 2-1 lead after home runs in the top of the inning by Lamanto and Charpiet. And here is Seidler. Right-handed hitter against the right-hander Flowers. It's a breaking ball, catches the inside corner for a strike. Bryce at 287, 16 runs batted in, tied for second on the team. And he is up here trying to knot this one up for the Beavers. They trail it 2-1. It down the third baseline foul. So quickly 0-2 on Bryce Seidler. Sean Flowers, the pitcher for Santa Rosa. He's out of Cardinal Newman High School, listed at 6'2" and 195. He is a sophomore. He's ahead 0-2 on Seidler. That's chopped right back to the pitcher. Picked up by the pitcher and underhanded to first and gets Seidler by a step. Kind of didn't know what he wanted to do, but then decided to underhand it. And it is one out, and that'll bring up Michael Grijalva.
For the Beavers, number 35, the left fielder, Michael Grijalva.
Grijalva at 230, a home run, and he's driven in 12 runs on the season. He's up here with one out, bottom of the fourth. Winalski to follow. Sean Flowers working from the stretch. First pitch is fouled out of play. Back to our right. Rather distinguished gentleman came up here a couple of minutes ago and said, what did Michael Grijalva do his first time up? And we had to try to explain the resumption of a game and all that stuff to him, and it just made – I confused myself. So he walked away. He knew exactly what was going on. I had no idea. Here's the next pitch. Michael takes a breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-2 on Michael. Comes to us from Ponderosa High School. He is a sophomore. Slightly open stance from the right side against the right-hander Sean Flowers. Swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt, and he's tagged out. So a strikeout of Grijalva, two-away, and here's Wyatt Winalski looking up Santa Rosa, looking at the rest of their defensive alignment. They've got Sean Flowers on the mound, Jack Gallagher behind the plate. Over at third is Noah Rabin. At short is Max Hendren, and then Alex Zazad at second. Connor Charpiet over at first. Andrew Lombardi in right. Bryce Cannon in center, and Ty Blakely is out in left. Here's Winalski hitting 179. Fastball is outside. Doing double duty today on the mound and hitting in the lineup. Cole Talley was in this spot in the lineup at the beginning of this game 3 weeks ago. 1-0 coming from Flowers. Winalski, it's a line drive. What a play at third base. Noah Rabin reaches over to his right, snags that one out of the air, robs Winalski of at least a base hit, and ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, or errors. At the end of 4, it's 2-1 Santa Rosa.
Now back to baseball right here on Stones Radio Networks.
26 minutes on the air. We're already in the top of the fifth of this resumed game. It'll be Ty Blakely, then Noah Rabin and Jack Gallagher. 1-2-3 for the Bear Cubs. They lead at 2-1 after scoring 2 in the resumed top of the fourth on 2 home runs. And Ty Blakely coming to the plate. He is taking the spot of the original lineup, Jared Sundstrom, the right-hand hitter who's hitting a near 400 for the Bear Cubs. And a sad thing about him is he was hit in the face with the pitch ball, and he is out for the foreseeable future, which we hope he gets well real soon. And the good thing is he is, as here's Winowski's first pitch inside, he has signed with UC Santa Barbara to play there next year. So congratulations to Jared Sundstrom for the signing, not obviously for the other stuff, but hoping that will all figure itself out. Blakely fouls one out plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Jared not in the lineup, but Ty Blakely is only 2 for 8 on the season, so hitting .250 in limited duty. Ty, a freshman out of Cardinal Newman High School. With the boppers they have on the Santa Rosa team, tough to get at bats for a young freshman. He has the 1-1 coming from Winalski, swings and fouls that out of play. So he is at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Noah Rabin, the third baseman, on deck. And then Jack Gallagher. One ball, 2 strikes on Blakely. Wyatt Winalski from the windup inside, and he hit him on the leg. So he had a 1-2, try to break something off inside. And his second hit batter puts Blakely down at first base and brings up Rabin, who's hitting at .355 on the season with the 3 home runs and 25 runs batted in. He's a sophomore out of Sebastopol, Annalee High School.
Number 28, third baseman Noah Rabin.
Left-handed hitter steps in against the left-hander Winalski with Blakely down at first base. He goes over to first base. Great news for us here in the booth. Brian, the scorekeeper, or the scoreboard guy, is here, taking over for Will, who did a good job, but he was no Brian. Brian, who is a favorite for the Olympic team in swimming and diving, I think next. At least he's the conference champion. At least he says he's the conference champion. That's down low for a ball. I mean, it's hard for us to check on that kind of stuff, but Brian hasn't lied to us yet, so I'm going to take his word for it. Although that party he was going to last weekend, I don't know if I believe him about that. But if he is the conference champion, we say congratulations to you, Brian. And is it a 3.5 tuck? What was your next pitch is outside? I think we should probably interview Brian. He said he did the sickest cannonball they've ever seen at the conference tournament. Okay, that is nice. That is nice. You don't see cannonballs winning tournaments that often, winning competitions that often. 2-0 coming. Squares to bunt, tries to bunt. He cannot make contact. It is 2-1. That's the thing. He did a cannonball with no splash. And if you can do that, then that's the cleanest dive I've ever heard of. At all those guys on the sideline. And then he gets to get out of that. That's the thing I love about the diving. You get to get out of that pool and then jump in that other pool. That is awesome. And then kind of like, that's the cool-off pool or whatever it is. All you did is jump off a diving board. Next pitch, 2-1 is high for a ball. So I don't know why you need to get in another pool. But those divers, they get everything. They say, we can't hold the diving competition here. You only have 1 pool. We need that other pool for them to go into after they jump. You got to have at least 2 pools. Here's the pitch on the way, outside for a ball. So we have a hit by a pitch and a walk to Rabin. He is down at first base. Moving to second is Ty Blakely, and that'll bring up Jack Gallagher, who, he's a difficult hitter to get out. He's hitting .368. He has 9 home runs, which leads the Big 8 Conference, and he has 30 runs batted in. On deck, Colton Lamento, who homered his first time up in the resume game back in the top of the fourth. 2 on, nobody out. And Gallagher digs in. Winalski checks the runners. Here's the pitch to Gallagher. He swings it and hits it high in the air, center field and deep. Crockett's going back, still going back. Leaps up and can't get it, and that ball is out of here. A home run for Jack Gallagher. A 3-run blast to give the Cubs a 5-1 lead. Tremendous try out there by Trevor Crockett in center field. It looked like he had a chance there for a minute, but it went over his head. And that's dead center field, so that ball's hit about 400 feet by Gallagher, his 10th home run of the season. And 33 runs batted in now. And it is 5-1 in favor of Santa Rosa. So 3 runs on 1 hit here. And that'll bring up Lamanto, who hit a home run his last time up. That is his 2nd home run of the season for Lamanto. And 19th run batted in. He asks for time and steps out. He's from Anley High School as well. Keep saying Anley High School, and there's, I played at Anley High School when I was in high school. We played the basketball against them, and it's I'm embarrassed to tell the story, really, outside for a ball. I mean, I wasn't really a bruiser, but they got on my nerves at Anley High School. I had to show them what. It's like we won 2 games, and that was one of them. There's the pitch outside, and they tried to get a little cheeky with me. Hey, I'm not having that. I weighed 160 pounds soaking wet. I'm not having that. I took off my strap that held my glasses on. I snapped that on like Indiana Jones. They backed off. There's the pitch outside, corner for a strike, 2-1. It's not a great chapter of life, but it was one of the 2 games we won though. We're not a great ball club. No talent, no depth, but other than that, fantastic. 2-1 pitch. Down low for a ball. That was the typical good score on a bad team. Somebody's got to score them. We were going to score 45 or 50 points. Somebody had to get them. So I just kept the ball all the time, so it was always me. 3-1 pitch in the dirt, ball 4. So Lamanto goes down to first base. He is on via the walk. Here is Max Handren, who flied out to left field on a great play by Michael Grialba, his first time up here in the resumed game. Again, this game started back on March the 26th. Security alert on campus shut it down after only 3 batters. Resumption 2 days later, but rain shut it down there after 2.5 more innings, and so we resumed today in the bottom of the 3rd. A run scored by the Beavers to take a 1-0 lead, but now 3 home runs and 5 runs later, it is 5-1, and the Bear Cubs have a runner at first base with nobody out here in the 5th, and Max Hendren at the plate hitting at .297, left-hand hitting shortstop. Good-looking ball kid today. That's Jerry. Right. And he brings the balls out to the umpire. So it's Max Andrin at the plate. Winelski delivers. Shows bunt outside for a ball. Momentarily distracted by a flying insect that is the size of, 747, something like that. And it looks like it has evil intentions as well. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt. Ball 2. 2-0 on Max Handren. Out of Sonoma Valley High School in Sonoma, California. Looks like Tyler Quintanilla is up throwing for the Beavers. That pitch is fouled out of play by Handren. Tyler, easily the most effective pitcher this season for American River. Two balls, 1 strike on Hendren. Still nobody out here in the 5th. 3 runs in and a 5-1 lead for the Bear Cubs. 2-1 pitch coming. Hit line drive into right field. That's down in front of Taylor out there. Rounding second and heading for third is Lamanto. He will get in there easily. It's a single for Hendren, and first and third now with still nobody out here in the 5th for the Bear Cubs, and Connor Sharpiet coming to the plate, and he is almost a mythical figure, hitting up over 500 with 4 home runs on the season now. He is 37 of 71. Conrad of Maria Carrillo High School in Santa Rosa. He is just a freshman, 5'10", 200. Hometown is Santa Rosa, California, and we're going to have a meeting at the mound, and we're going to step away for just a second. We'll leave you in the top of the 5th with Santa Rosa leading this one 5-1.
listening to Beavers Baseball right here on Stones Radio Networks.
Tyler Quintanilla, the new pitcher for the Beavers, relieving Wyatt Winalski here with a runner at first and third in the fifth inning. Tyler making his 12th appearance of the season. He is 3-4 with a 3.64 ERA, which is very, very respectable in the Big 8 conference play. So the right-hander on the mound out of Summit Shasta and Shasta, California, Summit Shasta High School in Shasta, California, faces Connor Sharpiot, who homered back in the fourth inning. Handren at first. Over at third is Lamonto. First pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 on Sharpiot. Came in at 5-14, 36 of 70, and homered back in the fourth. 4 home runs, 29 batted in now for Connor. Quintanilla looks over at first base, comes to the plate. Breaking ball's hit high in the air, short center field. Coming in is Crockett, still coming in. He's going to call it, make the catch. There will be no tag. So good job by Quintanilla to get Sharpiot to fly to center field. And good job by Crockett to get all the way in because he was way back there, remembering the last at bat. So 1 out, and here's Andrew Lombardi. Andrew struck out looking back in the fourth inning. He is hitting .262. Got himself 10 runs batted in on the season. He's the right fielder for the Bear Cubs. Coming to us out of Cardinal Newman High School. So now 1 out, still first and third for the Bear Cubs. They lead this one 5-1. We're in the top of the fifth. That is a breaking ball on the corner for a strike. Andrew considers that one. I don't think he quite agreed with it, but